For eons, the celestial ballet continued. Galaxies spiraled, stars ignited, and planets hummed with life, oblivious to the impending storm. A delicate balance of power existed among the advanced alien civilizations that dotted the cosmos. The Kryptonians, renowned for their stoic wisdom, the Zarthans, celebrated for their mastery of energy manipulation, and the enigmatic Xilians, whose psionic abilities were whispered in hushed tones. Yet this harmony was a fragile facade. Beneath the veneer of civility, ancient rivalries festered, fueled by territorial ambitions and ideological clashes. The Kryptonians, with their sprawling interstellar empires, yearned for resources. The Zarthans, driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, craved the Xilians' psionic secrets. The Xilians, fiercely protective of their privacy, viewed the other races with suspicion. Whispers of discontent began to echo through the Galactic Senate, escalating into heated debates and thinly veiled threats. Diplomatic envoys shuttled between planets, their pleas for peace falling on deaf ears. The seeds of conflict had been sown, and soon the galaxy would reap a bitter harvest. The Kryptonians, confident in their military might, made the first move. They launched a surprise attack on a Zarthan research outpost, igniting a conflict that would engulf the galaxy in flames. The Kryptonians believed it would be a swift and decisive victory. They were wrong. The war had begun. The Zarthan outpost, nestled on the edge of a nebula, had always been a place of tranquility. Scientists toiled away in their labs, probing the mysteries of the universe. They were completely unprepared for the Kryptonian assault. Kryptonian warships, their hulls shimmering with energy shields, materialized from hyperspace without warning. A thunderous barrage of plasma torpedoes rained down, vaporizing the outpost defenses as if they were cobwebs. The scientists, caught in the maelstrom, had only fleeting moments to comprehend their fate before being consumed by fire. News of the attacks spread like wildfire, igniting outrage and fear across the galaxy. The Zarthans, their pacifist facade shattered, vowed swift and merciless retribution. The Xilians, sensing a threat to the galactic balance, reluctantly joined the fray on the side of the Zarthans. The galaxy was now a tinderbox, and the Kryptonians' reckless act had lit the fuse. The war escalated with terrifying speed. Kryptonian fleets, spearheaded by colossal dreadnoughts, clashed with Zarthan and Xilian vessels in the vast emptiness of space. Battles raged across star systems, turning celestial wonders into cosmic graveyards. Zarthans, masters of energy manipulation, unleashed devastating weapons that warped the fabric of space-time. Their ships, wreathed in crackling energy fields, unleashed volleys of supercharged particles that could vaporize an enemy vessel in an instant. Xilion cruisers, their hulls pulsing with psychic energy, relied on stealth and precision strikes, their telekinetic pilots turning enemy projectiles back upon their attackers. Kryptonian fighters, nimble and deadly, swarmed like angry wasps, their pilots fueled by a potent cocktail of combat stimulants and patriotic fervor. They unleashed barrages of laser fire and guided missiles, their screams of fury echoing through the comms as they fought with the desperation of cornered animals. The galaxy, once a tapestry of vibrant colors, became a canvas splattered with the blood of war. The horrors of the Interplanetary War were not confined to the cold vacuum of space. They spilled onto the surfaces of countless worlds, leaving scars that would take millennia to heal. Kryptonian ground forces, clad in powered armor and wielding weapons of unimaginable destructive power, laid waste to entire continents. Zarthan orbital bombardment platforms, capable of reducing cities to molten slag, transformed once thriving metropolises into smoldering craters. One such world, Xylos, a planet renowned for its vibrant ecosystems and breathtaking landscapes, became a tragic testament to the war's brutality. Its crystal-clear rivers, once teeming with life, ran red with blood. Its verdant forests, home to a dazzling array of flora and fauna, were reduced to charred wastelands. The Xilions, their psychic powers proving useless against the overwhelming firepower of the Kryptonians, watched in despair as their homeworld burned. Section 5. The Price of War, Innocence Lost. Amidst the carnage and chaos, it was the innocent who suffered the most. On countless worlds ravaged by war, children huddled in fear, their eyes wide with terror, their ears filled with the deafening roar of explosions. They were too young to comprehend the reasons behind the conflict, the intricate web of alliances and betrayals, the ideological clashes that had led to this unimaginable bloodshed. All they knew was fear, hunger, and the agonizing loss of loved ones. On Xylos, a young Xilian boy named Kalen wandered through the ruins of his village, his mind struggling to grasp the magnitude of the devastation. His parents were gone, vaporized in a Kryptonian airstrike. His friends, his home, his entire world, all reduced to ashes and rubble. Kalen was not alone. Across the galaxy, millions of children shared his fate, their innocence shattered by the horrors of war. They were the true victims, the forgotten casualties of a conflict they had no part in creating. Their pain, Their trauma would become a chilling testament to the barbarity of intergalactic warfare. Section 6, Retaliation, a glimmer of hope amidst the ashes. The Zarthans, their initial shock giving way to cold fury, unleashed a retaliatory strike that shook the Kryptonian Empire to its core. Using their mastery of energy manipulation, they created a weapon of unimaginable power. A singularity bomb. Detonated in the heart of the Kryptonian home system, the singularity bomb unleashed a wave of gravitational distortion that ripped apart planets, shattered stars, and left a gaping wound in the fabric of space-time. The Kryptonian fleet, caught off guard, was decimated, their once mighty warships reduced to drifting hulks. The Zarthans' desperate gamble had paid off. The Kryptonian war machine, once thought unstoppable, had been dealt a crippling blow, but their victory came at a terrible cost. The singularity bomb, while aimed at the Kryptonian homeworld, had unleashed catastrophic damage across neighboring star systems, indiscriminately extinguishing countless lives. Yet, amidst the ashes of retaliation, a glimmer of hope emerged. The Kryptonian people, their thirst for conquest quenched by the bitter taste of defeat, began to question the motives of their leaders. The seeds of dissent were sown, paving the way for a fragile peace. Section 7, Turning Point. A desperate gamble for survival. The tide of the war had turned, but the fighting continued, fueled by hatred, fear, and a desperate need for revenge. The remaining Kryptonian forces, scattered and demoralized, fought with the ferocity of cornered animals. The Zarthans, their resources depleted, their homeworld still reeling from the Kryptonians' initial attack, teetered on the brink of collapse. It was the Zillions, their psionic powers amplified by the collective grief and despair of their dying homeworld, who tipped the scales. They launched a daring psychic assault on the Kryptonian leadership, infiltrating their minds, exposing their lies, and awakening the long-dormant empathy within their hearts. The Kryptonian people, bombarded with the truth of their leaders' atrocities, rose up in rebellion, overthrowing the warmongering elite and suing for peace. The Zarthans, weary of war and desperate to rebuild, accepted their surrender. The galaxy, battered and bruised, took its first tentative steps towards healing. Section 8. Scars of Conflict, a Changed Galaxy. The Interplanetary War had reshaped the galaxy in profound ways. The Kryptonian Empire, once a dominant force, lay in ruins, its people grappling with the guilt and shame of their actions. The Zarthans, their homeworld scarred, their population decimated, faced the daunting task of rebuilding their shattered civilization. The Zillions, their homeworld lost, their psionic powers amplified by their collective grief, retreated to the fringes of the galaxy, vowing to use their abilities to prevent such a cataclysmic conflict from ever happening again. The galaxy, once brimming with life and vibrant cultures, was now a somber reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and the enduring power of hatred. Yet amidst the wreckage there were also glimmers of hope. Section 9. Echoes of War, a Legacy of Loss and Hope. The Interplanetary War, though a dark chapter in the galaxy's history, also served as a catalyst for profound change. The surviving civilizations, forever scarred by the conflict, forged new alliances based not on conquest or greed, but on mutual respect and understanding. The Kryptonians, their empire shattered, dedicated themselves to atoning for their past sins, sharing their advanced technology and resources to aid in the galaxy's reconstruction. The Zarthans, embracing pacifism with renewed fervor, established themselves as mediators and peacekeepers, striving to prevent future conflicts. The echoes of war still resonated throughout the galaxy, a constant reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of empathy and understanding. But from the ashes of destruction, a new era emerged. One where the lessons learned from the horrors of the past fueled a collective desire for a brighter future. The children of the galaxy, born into a time of peace, carried with them the hope that such a devastating conflict would never again darken the stars.